Alright guys, before I start this video I just want to talk about the t-shirt I'm wearing. It's the Butterfly Trust. It's a charity in Scotland that helps people with cystic fibrosis, myself included. They've helped me loads. Information for the trust will be down below. I'm actually in one of their videos. If you've got cystic fibrosis and don't know about them, get in touch. They'll help you with literally anything you can think of. And if you don't, still give them a bit of support because the guys deserve everything they get. Now guys, this is part of a series I'm going to do. It's knowing someone with cystic fibrosis. I'm going to talk to many people in my life. Like my mum, I'm going to talk to some friends, but there's loads planned. This is my first episode. I'm going to be talking to my girlfriend Kira. And we're just going to basically talk about different aspects of being in a relationship with cystic fibrosis. Her points of views, my points of views. Here's Kira here. I actually have a girlfriend, no video editing, I promise.
Why are you telling people we're a thing?
The first part I'm going to talk about is when it's best to mention when you have cystic fibrosis. Now what I do is just mention it right away. Just basically make a joke about it, light-hearted. Say, oh, and I start coughing stuff, like, don't worry, I'm not going to die, because if someone coughs like us with cystic fibrosis, their first reaction is, are you alright? So just let them know, I'm going to be fine. And if it's a first date, it might actually be a little topic, because it might go like, oh, what is cystic fibrosis? And you can just talk about it like that. So Kira, how did it feel when I told you I had cystic fibrosis, and what did you do about it?
Didn't really affect me, to be fair. Like, I knew about cystic fibrosis anyway from knowing someone with it and learning a lot about it at school as well. So I knew it wouldn't change you as a person. Like, I know for a fact that sometimes obviously you'd be sick some days, and obviously it would affect you a lot more than it would a normal person. But it doesn't really affect me. It doesn't really change how I feel about you.
So you weren't like, oh my god, he's got this big disease or anything?
No. If someone does get affected, like although they've got CF, like same with any illness, to be honest, like mental or physical, you should never stay with that person because they don't like you for who you are.
Now this is one thing that might make people think, is our relationship normal? And it is, like, we go out on dates and stuff, don't we?
Yeah.
And just the only problem is I might get sick sometimes, like I will, sometimes obviously I'm going to get sick of cystic fibrosis, just more often than normal. But it's just the same as any relationship, like people get sick, your partner will help you out and look after you.
Well no, I don't see it as it being different from any other relationship, because as I said, I don't think differently of you when I first met you. Like, if anything, we're more normal than most relationships nowadays.
That is actually pretty true. We are a little bit weird though. Does it help having a partner? And that is a yes. Like, see when you were younger and you have cystic fibrosis, you'll probably agree with me. It was good having your parent come along with you at your checkups and stuff. When you become an adult, your parents' work tend to not give them time off to take their 21-year-old son to his checkups. So having that little support coming to your checkups with you, that really helps a lot. Having someone help you out when you're having your bad days, that helps a lot. As well, when your CF gets you down, which happens to all of us, having someone there just to cheer you up helps a lot. Do you find it hard to be like that support blanket?
No, not at all. It makes me feel like I'm doing a better job as a girlfriend. I know that sounds really silly because obviously most big things take on, and I have had that said to me before.
You were a bit worried about it at the start of the relationship?
I wasn't worried, it was just I was getting ideas fed into me because a lot of people were telling me that it was obviously a big deal, but they didn't know you as a person and stuff. But I've just taken it on, and it's no trouble at all.
Like, if you care for the person, it's not a big deal, really?
No, it's like if I was sick, you'd come and look after me at the end of the day. If it's just a little bit more work with you, but it doesn't affect our relationship at all. And it doesn't stress me out at all as well, which obviously is quite a main thing in a relationship, but no, nothing at all.
Imagine if it would stress some people, but if you do genuinely want to be with that person, it's not going to be much of stress. I bet your family doesn't stress looking after you, I bet your friends don't stress helping you out either. This is a big one. Do you worry about it affecting you and your partner one day when CF takes its toll, so to say? You worry about it even taking its toll in the first place, but if you fully trust someone, I trust my family, my friends, and I trust Kira as well, and they'll do anything they can to help me through that situation, and hopefully I get better from that situation. And if worse comes to worse and it doesn't, I know they'll be with me till then. And I'm sorry for that to get a bit depressing though, but it is a topic we did have to cover.
No, you do, like, that's probably the main one that you do have to cover with that sort of thing, though, to be fair. Like, at some points, it does scare me, but I think it would scare anyone. Like, it must scare you, it must scare people like your mum and stuff. No matter what, that's going to scare anyone. Like, it would scare you with me, if even if I didn't have CF.
Yeah, like if you, like, just for tongue said you caught some illness, it would scare me.
But it doesn't scare me to the extent like, oh my god, I can't do this. Like, it's just, I've got to prepare myself for it, and I have been preparing myself for it. Obviously, I know it's not going to happen for a very, very long time, but it is better. Can't tell what the future's going to predict and stuff. Like, it is so much better to prepare yourself early on, because you don't know how worse they're going to get during your relationship. Like, you've had stages where you've been really bad as well, and obviously, like, it just came out of the blue, and obviously, like, I was prepared for it as well, because obviously I knew for a fact that you were ill and that you were getting worse and stuff, so obviously that's where I looked after you, because I'm an amazing girlfriend, that's why.
Obviously, I'm scared about CF taking its toll, as you would be, but about having the support around me when that happens, I'm not worried about that at all. We need to talk. Can you have sex while you have cystic fibrosis? And the answer is yes, and it's highly recommended because it's good for your physio. Some days you might not be able to because your fitness level, but that is just life. But as I says, anytime you can, it's good physio, and when you tell me no, I'm going to be saying it's for my CF.
No, you can just go and do a few laps up and down my stairs. I've got 6 flights of them.
Okay. So Kira, do you have any tips for getting into a relationship with someone with CF?
Yeah, obviously when
She's reading off the laptop, by the way, because she wrote some stuff down just to make it a bit easier.
I'm not good at being on camera at all.
I prefer to talk just off the cuff, but she likes to read it, so this is the sort of just typical woman, isn't it?
I have wrote this down, that these are from actually, like, obviously from me. As most of you obviously know, people with cystic fibrosis do have really bad coughing fits. Like, not extremely bad most of the time, that they can just be quite mild. When that does happen, do not panic. That is the worst thing you can ever do. Make sure that you're calm, because if you panic, that's going to make them panic and then make them cough even more. Just make sure that you're really calm from, obviously if they've got a really good sense of humour, that sounds really shallow when I put it like that, but like
we slag each other most of the time anyway.
That's true, actually. If they've got a really good sense of humour, then just make sure that, like, you make a little joke about it. Like, I tell him to shut up sometimes, but I'm never serious about it.
I tell her to shut up more often.
It's because I talk a lot, I don't shut up.
It's the accent.
It's your accent.
You're the one in my country.
You're in my house.
Fine, I'll go home then.
But yeah, that's just like, and then obviously if they do have a really, really bad coughing fit, just make sure that obviously you're there to, like, comfort them. Give them back rubs as well, because that helps a lot, because it
back rubs are good.
Yeah, it helps, like, it helps their chest a lot as well, and chest rubs do help. I don't know obviously how intimate you will be into that relationship, to be fair. Like, we've just got to the point
where... The first date, getting a chest rub.
Like, we're at the stage where he literally just lays on me and is just like, chest rubs please. And I'm like...
You did that to me and you didn't go CF.
This is quite a big one as well, because this one could actually affect your relationship if you did go about it the wrong way. Obviously, people with CF do get really, really bad days where they literally can't get out of bed at all. Like, literally going to make food or going down the stairs is effort for them. If you're meant to be going out with them on that day, or they're meant to be coming to see you and they physically can't make it, don't get annoyed with them, because at the end of the day, it's not their fault. And that's just going to make them feel, obviously, because they do want to see you. It's not that they don't want to see you at the end of the day. So just make sure that you do things, obviously, just to cheer them up. For one, if they do live in driving distance of you, make sure that you either go and get a lift, or you get a bus or a train to go and see them. Like, I do that with him sometimes if he's really sick. Like, I just get the train to go and see him. Or just make sure that you talk to them all day. Just send them funny pictures, just like
cat pictures. I like cat pictures.
Yeah. Or like if you've got an iPhone, FaceTime them. Or like you can even video call them on Facebook as well.
Even make a Skype account.
Yeah, even make a Skype account, because that means so much to them. Because at the end of the day, they won't see you, but they'll see you kind of a bit. It'll also make them feel like that you care as well, which is a massive deal to them.
It does cheer me up those days when I feel a bit sick. So obviously the days you feel sick, you're just sitting like, I just can't be bothered. And just having somebody talking to you or cheering you up and all that, like my pals do it as well, and it's brilliant.
with people with CF, like, you might think it's worse. It really isn't. It's just exactly the same as being in a normal relationship, to be honest. But like,
just got a wee bit added on.
yeah, just a little bit added onto it. But you just got to make sure that you don't get, obviously, you're just like, that's it, I'm breaking up with you, because like, it should be more mature with that, especially if you're with someone with, obviously, with a terminal illness like that. Like, if you need to be mentally mature, but
you do need to be mature, really.
you definitely need to be like, you can have childish points, obviously, like, you do, if you do.
You said do. I'm adding that in the video.
Oh my god.
Well guys, that's the video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it funny as well. Remember, subscribe for more ice hockey and cystic fibrosis videos to come.
I'll be in more videos as well. I'm actually taking over his account when he goes away, by the way, so...
No, she's not.
I definitely am.
No, she's not.
I am.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember, check out the Butterfly Trust as well, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.